Welcome back everybody, this is Urban Sprawl, and this episode we're going to be doing a couple of things. I've been pottering around with the iron farm and I've decided it needs a bit of an upgrade. So I've been working here for the last couple of hours, breeding up a couple more villagers. I've built a second house and there's a little bit of a structure underneath as well, which I'll show you. These do not have zombies in them yet, and that's what I need to do first to get it up and running. But each house has got 3 villagers, 3 beds and 3 workstations, and each house will have a zombie scaring the life out of the villagers. And that's what's going to spawn the iron golems. I'm sure you guys know how iron farms work. So what I'm going to do is wait around to dark, which isn't very long, and I'm going to get a zombie in each house in position. And hopefully, I'm so hoping I haven't broken my iron farm, because I had it working. I had the beds around the wrong way, but I had it working really beautifully. And then I decided to expand it, so hopefully I haven't broken it. So I'm going to get ready for the zombie transfer, and we'll see how we go. Okay, this house, the new house, needs a boat. And there we go. Okay, so that boat's in position. We need a door around here as well. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Okay. Now we just got to wait for the zombies to spawn. There's one. Excellent. He's in. And let's go and check out the other one. Excellent! Okay, we've got 2 zombies coming. I like the one in the pretty armour. There we go. Now, I don't know if this is going to speed up iron production, but it is just an experiment. Now that the zombies are in place, I'm going to go and sleep so we can get rid of the zombies spawning around the outside. It's always funny coming out here after I've done a zombie transfer or a zombie capture with all the excess creatures burning up. Both houses have successfully taken on a zombie, which I believe means villagers are all freaking out. They have all slept. Don't look at me, buddy. Don't look at me. It's for the greater good. Yes. So that seems to be working. I don't know whether it's working quicker, because we've got the 2 houses. That was my theory. If one house works, will 2 houses work quicker, or maybe spawn 2 golems? But I haven't seen that yet, so we'll see how we go. I want to show you underneath, because I've been doing a bit of redstone. So if we come down here, we're directly underneath the iron farm kill chamber. That chest there is the original chest that collected all the iron. I've put in a sorting system that sorts the poppies from the iron, and then I've put in an auto crafter, crafting it all into blocks. Look at that! Yes, I still had to follow a tutorial, but the sorting system is starting to stick in my head. I'm sort of... I know this, if that makes sense, I think. I reckon I could make one of these without watching a tutorial. But the crafter, the auto crafter, did need a bit of research, because just having the 2 chests close together proved a little problematic, so I did have to do a bit of research into autocrafters. But it is the same sort of layout as the one over in the wool shed with the bone meal. So there's the composter, and that's what's sending out the signal. That comparator's taking the signal. This one's subtracting, and when it gets 9, it will spit out a block. So it's got 3, and the poppy went into this side, getting a lot of poppies. I'm wanting some more beacons. I've been to the nether and have got 6 more wither skeleton skulls. I'm just trying to build up the beacon base. So that's why I wanted to upgrade the iron farm. So it does sound like it's working now, which is very exciting. My little iron farm. It'll be interesting to see if it does speed up production of iron golems or not. This is one thing I wanted to get done today, is finish the iron farm, get those zombies into place. So now that's done, I can look at the next project for today, which is one of the 6 big projects. But I'm really thrilled that I've managed to modify my iron farm. I don't think it's speeding up production any faster, maybe a couple seconds faster. It would be nice if we got 2 golems at a time. That was my goal, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we need one of the really big iron farms to do that, but I did it, and it's working, and I'm excited. Let's go back to the city, and I'll show you the worksite for today's episode. Here we are at the new neighbourhood, and I want to start working behind the new neighbourhood today in this area that I've gradually been terraforming and cutting trees down, being selective with what trees I cut down, because there are some lovely big oak trees out this way. I've got an idea for a style of building that I want to put out here, and I thought we might do some more terraforming out here and see if it's going to fit in the area. First thing I want to do is change this section. So I was thinking of having a little market area in here, down in this sunken space, but I want to turn it into a water feature and have these lovely big gum trees sitting in water. So I have turned it into quite a big square, but I am going to change that. I don't want it to be a big square anymore. So we'll get some dirt and we'll fill this in a little bit just to make it a little bit more natural looking. I think that looks a bit nicer. That looks a bit more natural. Yes, that's nicer. So this is going to be a little pond area with some koi fish or some salmon swimming around, and maybe a copper statue or 2. But I love these trees. This is not oak though. Just going to get rid of this, because it is a slightly different colour. I might need to trim this branch, but this was another tree, I think. I don't think it's the big oak tree, because I want to be able to see the pond properly. There we go. Oh, that tree's very blocky. But it does look blocky because there would have been other trees next to it, connected to it. And when I destroyed those trees, it's gotten a very square look. I'll fix that tree up at some point. Okay, so that's a little pond area. And then there's going to be houses around the pond. So I do need to do some more terraforming because the houses are going to be relatively large. There's the outline of this new building, which will be the first building in this little, I haven't thought of a word for it yet, but It's down from the new neighbourhood. This is one of the 6 big projects that I want to work on, and this is quite a big building, so it's going to both dominate the skyline and hopefully blend in. I don't want it to stand out too much. I do want it to blend in with the environment a little bit, so I do have an idea to help the house do that, or the building to do that. I need some resources. Because I've been over at the iron farm trying to upgrade that, I haven't been resource gathering, so I need to do that now. I need acacia. I need acacia and a lot of it, and some spruce. Just a little bit of spruce, not too much. So I'm going to go over to the forestry and see how much acacia we have. Here we are at the forestry, and we're after acacia. If you're wondering where the copper golems have gone to, don't fret, don't worry about them. I've just got them stored away. I came in and they had oxidised, so I thought I'll just leave them for a bit because I haven't been cutting down trees. I mean, there's still some stuff here that they could sort, but I thought I'll just give them a bit of a rest. Ooh. We don't have much acacia at all. I feel that we might need to be cutting some trees down. There's some acacia. Rather than boring you with a tree cutting montage, let's jump over all the tree cutting and get straight into the build. Let's go. What do you think? It's very, very different to what I would normally do. Firstly, it's up on stilts and it's got some really heavy beams being used to support the house, which I quite like. I've got a couple more decorations to add. So we've got the little pond with Copper Golem as a statue in, I wouldn't say the middle, but out in the water there. I want to put in some salmon. So I've got a couple of buckets of salmon, just as a bit of an animation, bit of movement in the water. I'll go get some more shortly. And I've also got some seagrass, which will give us a bit more animation. I don't want to use it all because I want to take some up to the little pond up the top of the stairs there. But just scattering some around. Actually, I might need to go get some more. I'll take these up to the top of the path. I like this path. And it is very, very obvious on the map. If you look at the map, there's a big orange strip. So it's very, very, very brightly coloured, and it matches. And if I do the other buildings in this same style with the acacia, it should match really nicely. And the acacia with the terracotta, the orange terracotta and some mud bricks and packed mud, looks really nice. I thought it might be a little bit overly bright, but it sits nicely in this environment. So I'm very pleased with that. But here's the other little pond with a couple of salmon in there. So I want to put some of this in here. There we go. So I will have to go and get some more seagrass for the big pond down the bottom here. But yes, I like this path, and it's very easy on the knees for people who are getting old. But there's the building. So like I said, quite different to my normal style. Like I said, it is up on stilts, and I've got some glow lichen under there just to stop spiders spawning under there. It gives it a bit of a light underneath. And it's got a very nice garden. This copper golem, I spawned them here. I think there was 4 of them. So we've got one there, one around the other side, which we'll look at shortly. I spawned them here, and when you spawn them in that very well oxidized state, they are animated for a little bit until you destroy their copper chests. So when he spawned, he started wandering over here, and just as I destroyed his chest, he jumped up on that pot. That's where he put himself. I didn't put him there. That is a decision that he's made, and I love it. I love it. So I've left him there in that walking state. He's so cute. So we've got one there, one in the water. I've used the non-blossoming azalea trees as a texture in the grass, just to give it a pop, which I quite like. It's different to the moss. The mossy carpet's a little bit lighter than the normal grass here, but it's got a different texture as well. So I quite like that. Got lots of leaves, lots of flowers, lots of dried, I think it's dried grass, spreading all the way around, more pots. There's another one. So he's sitting on a mossy cobblestone block, and I've put him in a sitting position. So he's out the back, keeping an eye on anything that approaches from this side. It is quite a narrow bit of garden along here. But as the place develops, we might expand it out this way. Cut more trees down. So we've got some pale moss vines hanging up there. I'd still like to get some more glowberries on this side. The back of it's looking a bit bare at the moment. I want to get a glowberry just there. But because we've got the shelves, the glowberries won't grow all the way down because it is a block and they will grow until they can't because of the shelf. So we've got that. Got some more pots, and there's another copper golem around here. There he is. So he's standing on a mossy stone brick podium, and he's just standing at attention. And I've put a couple of these copper mesh blocks around the place too, just a couple, not too much, just to match the oxidization colour and bring it into the colour palette. So yes, I like this side with the glowberries, very nice. And I've also got some glow lichen up the top there. It almost looks like spiderweb, but it does give the place a nice glow of an evening. So we've got very big chunky logs for beams to support the structure. And I like what I've done on the corners. So I had to move, I think you might have seen in the video, I had to move these beams in because I had them at the crossbar. But in my trial version, they were just in a little bit. And because I wanted the building to look like the rooms were jutting out a little bit. So we've got these interesting corners on the buildings. We've got the copper lanterns. Inside hasn't been decorated yet. I've got some chairs, a couple more pots, nice big veranda area. So like I said, I haven't decorated the inside yet, but I have put up some banners in the windows. I want to do all the windows with the green, but I've run out of green dye, so I thought I'll do the windows at the front. And as I get more green dye, we can finish the other windows. But see the pop of green it gives behind the windows? I thought that was quite nice. Very, very subtle effect. But I'll do more of those when I get some more green dye. Upstairs is pretty much the same. Just a nice big area. There's some more banners, and we've got another veranda out the front here with some more chairs. Yes, I do need to get I want to make a bee farm because I want these orange. I want them to stay orange. I don't want them to oxidize. And the ones over at the zoo, I want to keep orange as well. So yes, very, very nice view of the pond and the little golem down in the middle there. And you can see anyone making their way down the path from up here. Very, very nice. Now, I've put some carpet in. That's as far as my interior decorating has gone so far. But yes, there's the new house. I don't know what I'll call this area down here. I've been giving all the different areas names, but yeah, this one is just eluding me as to what to call it. If you've got any ideas as to what I call this area, please put them in the comments below. I really do enjoy hearing your feedback and your suggestions. The idea is that there's 4 houses of the same style around the pond. So if you've got some ideas for what we should call this area, please let me know. So the house is finished and we've got the path going up. I didn't want to put a path because I like this colour grass. I really do. I think this colour grass is very calming. So I've decided to leave it. We've got the stairs coming down, and then that's pretty much it as far as path goes. So we're going to have a couple more houses around here, in that same style. Maybe not the same layout, maybe some smaller houses, maybe a bigger house. In my test world, I made 3 different houses in this same vein, and this is the bigger one. So I thought I'd get the bigger one in first, and then we could try and fit some smaller ones around this area here. And if you remember, I said I wanted the building to settle down in the environment. The roof has got a bit of a garden on it, so if we fly up, there are some lovely azalea trees growing up on the roof with some other little bits of vegetation around it. Not too many. I didn't want the flowers that you get when you bone meal, so it is just the grass and some berries, firefly bushes, and some more of that dead grass. I think this looks really nice with the acacia shelves running around. It does make it look very neat and orderly. And if you look at the map, if I bring the map up, the building does settle down in the environment more so than the other buildings because that greenery on top. So if we were flying over and you saw that on your map, you might not think it being a building because of the greenery. So I think my idea has been accomplished. It's part of the environment. So very, very nice. I was hoping to get some crazier azalea trees. I had to cut these 2 down a couple of times to get something that's a little bit asymmetrical, whereas these 2 are very, very boring. I mean, this one's not too bad, but I guess they're not too bad, but I just wanted one of those really angled azalea trees. So I might see if I can cut these ones down and bone meal and get some better ones. But for now, they'll do. Yes, I do like it. This is branching out of my comfort zone a little bit. And yes, it is a big box. It's a big box. I know it's a big box, but it's a different looking big box. What I would like to do now is go and check on the iron farm. It has been upgraded, as you saw at the start of this episode, but I want to go and see if we do actually get to iron golems spawn at the same time, and if my efforts have been helpful to the iron farm production or if it's just been a nice try. Let's go and have a look. So far, I haven't seen any spawn while I've been here, but hopefully that doesn't mean anything. Let's go down and check the autocraft and see how many blocks we've got. We've got 1 more block. Now, there should have been an iron golem spawn by now. I'm hoping that it's not broken again. I'm just going to wait here until I see an iron golem spawn. This is concerning. Okay, I've been sitting here for about a minute or 2 and I haven't had anything spawn. I've had this happen a few times where I've come back and I think the villagers have disconnected from their beds, or that night's sleep that they've had has worn off for some reason. My understanding is that we moved the spawn location to here earlier on, so this place is loaded. I know the newer versions, the newer updates have removed that, but because we built this world or started this world before that update, I think we can modify it. Oh, it's got some stairs missing. So my understanding is that this area should be loaded. to keep the golems spawning, but I haven't seen one spawn so far, and I should have seen a couple spawn by now. There are cats around, so that means it's a healthy area. Yes! Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you! That's what I was after. Maybe I just have to wait for the sun to go down. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to stand here in my little alcove. Oh, excellent. Oh, I'm so glad. Maybe it is when I come back here, I need to wait for night time for it to kick in again. I'm so happy that my iron farm's still working. Yay! I might sleep and see if the iron production changes during the daytime. Okay, we just saw one die. Excellent! Oh, I'm so happy. Excellent, very happy. So my iron farm is still working and making iron blocks for me. Just going to go check underneath and see how many we've got now. Excellent. So we've got a couple more since we've been here. Oh, I'm so thrilled. Excellent. The iron farm is working still. I've got an auto crafter set up making blocks of iron for me for some new beacons. I haven't killed the withers yet. I will do that off camera, I think. But I do have enough for 2 more beacons, which is exciting. And we've built another house. One of my 6 big projects has been started. I think that was number 3 out of the 6 big projects. The area behind the new neighbourhood is number 3 on my list. I've got a little book with everything written down. So we started that today. So please, if you've got any ideas for what that area can be called, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I reckon that's it for the episode. If you liked it, please hit the like button and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Join us on the journey and I'll see you next time. Bye.